Dewayne meet?
We met at church. I mean, how else do we meet? At church.
Summertime our 8th grade year, when 8th grade year ended, and so it was the summer. She was working with her mom at charity childcare. We actually communicated at the Dolphin Show, one of the summer field trips.
He was going to a different church than I was, and back then churches used to have church together, so they used to do services together. And so I remember, of course, he was playing the drum.
Prior to that, I had seen her. JJ I used to hang with, and his girlfriend attended her church, and so I was always with him. My mom allowed me to be with him, so I saw her a few times in passing. But I really started seeing her when she was with her mom at the daycare. I didn't really approach her myself. I actually had my little sister do my dirty work for me. She didn't want to do it at first, but I kept on asking her to do it. So back then, you know, it was cool to write little notes, whatever you're trying to get across, like, do you like me, or will you date me, or whatever, and then circle yes or no type thing. Started talking in our own way because her parents were very strict, so. And I think, you know, if you know me, I like things the hard way. So that was even a hurdle thing for me. It was like, okay, somebody tell me I can't do something. I always want to test the waters.
What was your first impression of Miracle?
Very outgoing and very happy. So let me say my very first, when you say that question, my very first impression, she's very silly.
Eyes, of course, they were so green and hazel and just like, and he was like a little lighter than he is now. I mean, it's been a lot of suns that have went by, so he was like, that was kind of my style at the time, light skin.
That at the time, because I'm quite the opposite, was attractive to me. And little do she know the restrictions that she had was attractive as well, because growing up it was a lot of, you know, easy stuff going on, you know, that we could get into.
He was cute. He was fine. He had waves. He was everything.
I think that's what I would say is she was very silly.
Yeah.
And interesting.
And who said, "I love you" first?
It was me.
Let me tell you, okay, I got to tell you. So we were like just talking like back and forth, however, just, you know, just vibing, having regular conversation. And I think we were getting off the phone or something, and he said, "I love you." And I was like, oh, wow, you love me already? Because this was very early. Like, we were maybe weeks into this thing.
That was me, and it was probably like super soon.
And he was like, "I love you." And I was like, he could not like sincerely really love me. And I was like, that's so, like at first I was like, that's so sweet. I just didn't think he was serious. So I don't think I said it back. And if I did, I probably just said it back like a friend way, because first of all, I wasn't supposed to have a boyfriend. But so I knew I liked him, but I wasn't supposed to have a boyfriend. So I was in between like my little internal battle.
I'm not gonna put it, she probably put the time on it. I'm not gonna put myself out there like that. I already took the ownership of it, so it was me.
Okay. I know you talked about her parents and stuff being strict. What did dating or courting look like for y'all, I guess?
Sneaking. I mean, the best way to put it.
You said sneaking?
Everything was sneaky. It had to be.
It was weird. Okay. Let's just be honest.
Tell me more.
It wasn't dating, actually. It was talking on the phone, sneaking a moment at church, like even if it was just like a little brush by or like a little eye contact.
As time progressed, my mom, you know, she was real lenient on me, so she gave me a cell phone early on in life, and then I got clever because I'm a thinker, so I'm gonna give it to her. I got a house phone. She also had to wait till her mom and dad would sleep, so she thought. Because a lot of times, her mom was never asleep. And then when mama got her phone bill, it was a couple thousand. Then that's how we got caught with the phone situation.
The biggest thing that was most of our dating was babysitting our close friend, mentor, brother's children. That's pretty much how we dated. Like, we hung out with them, babysat their kids. If they went on a date, we stayed at home, watched the kids, and of course, once the kids went to sleep, it was like, hey, you know, like cuddling or whatever. And then, I mean, that really was it. Like, every time we did come together as a date, we always had to have a chaperone, and so that was our chaperone, and that was dating. I mean, we were very young, super young.
What's one of your favorite memories from those early years?
I would think when her family did, her dad, because he was the deciding factor for everything, you know, of course. And so when he finally embraced it a little bit, surfaced with it. And then he allowed her to go to the military ball with me. I was in ROTC.
Okay.
And my freshman year. And so I asked him for that, and that was a big thing. So if I could say my fondest memory, it would be that, because it was like we finally about to get away by ourselves.
I remember a couple of things, but one of the things I remember, don't tell nobody, is that he used to come to my school, like after schools. And so every once in a while, it wasn't every time, it wasn't all the time, but every once in a while, he would make the trip to come, and we would just walk around the campus. I went to Tech High School. It was literally a campus, and we literally just walked around outside, and all of my friends was like, he don't go here, he don't go here, and all this little stuff. And they knew that, obviously, that he didn't go there and all that, but it was fun.
It was a good experience. I remember the whole thing. She stepped on my feet. She stepped on my feet. She even cried.
Oh,
so I had to like play it off, you know what I mean? Like, she cried that she stepped on my feet. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I did buff the mess out of these shoes though, because you know, we did have to do that. You know, so it was that was my fondest memory. And then I will also say, because that was when we had our first kiss. So that was that was a night to remember.
All right, so tell me about the wedding day. How'd you feel? What was going through your head?
It was a moment.
It was July 23rd, 2006. It was a year after we graduated high school. Our wedding day was actually really nice. I love the colors because it actually changed. It was supposed to be blue because that's my favorite color. But because it was like summer and stuff, we changed it to like peach and cream and all that. And it was very nice. We had a very small wedding party. It was wonderful to see so many people. It was so many people that came to our wedding. Like, it was like hundreds of people that came to our wedding. We had a lot of support from our family, just making sure like we had a stay at a hotel and all of that. So it was really special, majority, to see how many people came out and all the support that we had from our family being so young, because we were very young.
I wouldn't do it no differently. I wouldn't go through the struggle with anyone differently. The challenges, I appreciate them because it showed me the kind of man her dad is, and he wasn't just going for the gusto.
If you could relive one moment from that day, what would it be?
If I could relive it, I think really it was like leading up to it. So I was so like extra just like nervous. It was such a nervousness, and it wasn't like a nervousness like I was afraid or I was like scared or anything. It was like a nervousness like, I can't believe I'm getting married. I don't know. I was so just like very excited. I was so excited. I cried, I laughed a lot, I smiled a lot, and I was just like, ooh. Like, my legs were shaking like when I was coming down, walking down the aisle. My dad walked me down the aisle, and he had to be like, come on, girl. Because I was like, hold on.
If I could relive a moment, it would be after the wedding was over. My wife went with me to go see my grandmother at the hospital, and shortly after that whole moment, she passed. To know that that was her mindset, like in her moment of being a new bride, like we gonna stop off and do that first. That sticks with me forever.
Did marriage feel how you expected it?
No, all the in a good way. We grew up together, like literally.
Yep.
So in the beginning, it didn't feel like marriage because we were so close. It didn't feel like a marriage. It felt like we was dating. Like I would say, for my first 10, it was a natural. It was just a regular thing. It was kind of like dating but living together. We didn't really. Oh, now we're married. We're about to act this type of way. It didn't really go. We threw house parties. Like we used to have people over all the time. We was chilling. Like it wasn't that kind of vibe.
What has marriage taught you specifically?
As I got older now, is the meaning of what it is to really be the man in a marriage, because a lot of stuff that you think is like, well, that you would say like, oh, that didn't happen because of me. When it all comes down to the come down, it is because of you. Whatever goes on in that space concerning your family, it all is because of you.
First of all, marriage has taught me, this is about to sound really crazy, but that I'm not perfect. I think I'm a nice person for the most part. I try to do the right thing majority of the time, but I feel like it shows you the pieces of you that you could do better, things that you can fix, things that you're not perfect at, trying to work towards those, because it helps to manage the marriage and make things better. So kind of coming into it, I did have like Wayne can attest to this, like I literally said this in an argument with like our first year of marriage, because I thought we weren't supposed to argue. I thought we were supposed to agree on everything. I did think it was a Cinderella story. And it's probably because of my youth and how young, immature, how much life I hadn't lived. I was definitely sheltered, church family. I did whatever my mom and daddy told me to do, except for when it came to Wayne. But outside of that, don't worry about that, mind your business.
And I appreciate her because not only did we grow up together as teenagers, but she took that walk with me of growing up from boy to finding the manhood, you know what I mean? And it ain't a lot of women built like that. To even go through it, to see it, to want to endure it, to process it and still be that same happy person. That part of growing up into that manhood and really knowing what a husband really is, like being so young, it was face value. Marriage was big for me. And that's what stands out for me. Because it, like I said in the beginning, it all falls back on the man.
When I left the nest and it's like, hold on, I gotta pay a bill. Hold on, how do you do this? Like Wayne actually knew how to do a lot of things and taught me how to do things when we got married. So I would say the biggest thing is that I'm not perfect and I do have things that I do constantly have to work on. And the other thing I would say is patience. Patience has been a very, very big, huge part of our marriage and just our development and growth from being little to being 20 years later.
So what's something you learned about your spouse that still amazes you today?
I think how meticulous he is, because I didn't really know that until we got married and we lived together. But he's very meticulous about his things, his items, his stuff, even how he keeps it, how he secures it, how he positions it. It's like real, like it's a real thing. But I see that thought process, it just shows me how much he appreciates the things that he has, not so much as materialistic, because he's grown out of that. Whatever the case is, he treats all of his things with the same like delight, intricacy, respect, and I wish I could be like that, but that still amazes me for real. Yeah, he actually like earns his wife beaters. I just wanted y'all to know that. small detail. That's how meticulous he is. If he could earn his socks, he would, and he probably has. I'm just being honest. Okay, underwear too.
The biggest lesson is learning what her true love language is. And I thought, for me, because my love language for people, like when I'm trying to show love and stuff to people, I like buying stuff. I like giving them stuff.
Yeah.
But that's my love language.
Right, that's how you.
But I had been told over and over, that's not my love language. So you giving this after a powwow or something ain't fixing it, because I told you that wasn't my love language. So even knowing that that's not her love language, I have learned today what her love is more of being present and affection.
Yeah.
That's her thing.
Okay.
I could be the brokest man in the world. And I'm not giving y'all no tips because it's over. She's taken. Period. You could be the brokest man in the world. But if you give her genuine love and affection and care and concern, she wouldn't even care. She live with you in a box. Straight up.
What season tested y'all the most?
Around the 10-year mark is when things kind of were the hardest, because we just kind of explored a little more outside influences. We just began to let that stuff seep in. Like, even if it wasn't anything, it looked like it was something. So because it looked like it's something, it is something.
Yep.
And that became a whole thing. So yeah, I would say at the 10-year mark, that was the hardest.
So the season that probably tested us the most was my addiction to alcohol. All addictions are crazy, but that was one that almost took me away from my family in any way you can think of. You know what I mean? Like across the board. So it got deep. So I would say that would be the most. That changed the whole game.
Yeah.
When you have those addictions, you don't realize how much damage you caused. But now we almost, October 15th will be 3 years. Clean. She'll back that.
That's what's
so
up.
I'm gonna say that on camera because she'll back it.
How did y'all get through it? Like, what was one of the main things that helped y'all get through all that?
I think the main thing, first of all, was me leaving it alone wholeheartedly.
Right.
Leave it alone for the better of my family, because at the end of the day, the head is what it starts with. So if I'm all disarray, that's how it happened. I was all disarray, so everything became disarray.
Yeah. How did y'all get through that?
On my part, I would say a lot of prayer, and I'm just being honest, a lot of prayer, because I was like praying, but you know how you feel like your prayers aren't being answered because we still over here struggling. So a lot of prayer kept me in it, if I were to say anything. But communication was a big problem at that time. So we had to develop a better way of communicating, because the way that we were is what was creating more of the problem. Well, if you feel like that, then, it's like, hold on. I would say how we got through it mainly was like making a decision. You have to make a decision together. Communication, prayer, and being on the same page at the same time, which is sometimes hard to do because everybody gets in their feelings at different times. So he will be ready to be straight and narrow on the right path and be in my face and be and then I'm like, nope. And then here I am like, hey. And then he like, nope. And then it's like, this is why we're struggling. This is why. And then here we go. We blood up again. But we brought it back. Talking to one another has been an essential part to get through a lot. Even if it is an argument, even if it is kind of like a struggle, you kind of still like push through it, just getting it all out. The biggest part I enjoy about us is our conversations. Like, no matter where we were at, we've had to live with, parents at different times and stuff. So we lived with his mom a couple of times. And in those times, we always would like go outside, just especially summertime, roll the windows down, and we just outside literally for hours just talking, listen to the radio talking, enjoying the atmosphere. Oh, there go a duck. just saying, like, conversation is, I think, the glue that really held us together when it was the hardest. You know, like when we weren't talking, the conversation, all that we had before, and then when we did fix it, all of that we're having after really like kept it like, you know, I do like him a lot. I actually love him.
What sacrifices do you feel like y'all both, you know, made for each other just in the marriage and just throughout the 20 years?
I think we both sacrifice the way we have our friendship lives and the way we move out in the world. And I think the reason being is because we grew up around where we saw how marriages got ruined in the same field of church. So it was kind of like it was challenging at first, especially for her. It wasn't for me, it was easy. But for her, because that's all she knew, like the singing in that arena. But I think that her sacrifice more so was giving up a lot of that. A lot of that. And it doesn't go unnoticed. But I also stand on that change is what withstood us. To stand here today and say 20 years plus.
Right.
My husband had a Delta. I don't know what the rest of it is, but he had a Delta that he loved so much. But I remember for us to get married, he sold his car.
So then sum up the last 20 years in one word.
Oh, God. That's going to take a little thought.
Okay.
Because it's 20 years we're talking about.
I know.
Okay.
So it's like,
so if I were to, because I ain't about to be fake, and I ain't about to say something random that don't make sense for our life. We're not going to do that. I don't know if it's even a thing, but I would say sticky. The reason that I say sticky is because we have been through so much. And I know people say that, but I'm like, we done been through some real situations, and we always manage to like stick it out together. Yeah. Like, even there have been conversations of, I don't like you, I don't want to do it no more. You don't want to do it no more, I don't want to do it no more. It's been conversations. Those have happened, okay?
Yeah.
And nobody made a move though. Oh, I'm real upset, okay? I'm top tier, because it take a while for me to get there. So I'm here, right? I'm ready. But I ain't packed not a one bag. I ain't putting not a one piece of nothing in nothing. I ain't made no plans. Look, I'm about to, sis, like, you know what I'm saying? So that in itself, to me, and when we were growing up, and when we were, even our first couple of years of marriage, people used to always talk crazy because y'all was like, y'all always together. Y'all always just want to be together. Y'all don't want to go nowhere without each other. Y'all want to, no, we do not.
I mean, it's hard because all I can really think of is determined, strong. Like, words of that where like you never give up come from. So whatever words you want to pull out the box for that.
So yes, we were stuck at the hip, but the reason I say sticky is for that, but also when it's been drama, when I didn't like you, when I didn't whatever, we never just let go. We were sticky, we were stuck.
Sticky. I like that.
We're sticky. Yep. The last 20 years been sticky. We've been sticking to each other.
Because that's what this really sums up to. On both accounts, it's 10 toes down.
When does Miracle make you laugh the hardest?
Probably when she's sleepy. When she's sleepy, she okay. When she's sleepy, she gets goofy to the 100 pounds. Funny because it's like that's what you choose to. You like, we 40. You 40 and you, when you sleepy, you giggle. That's funny. That's funny for me.
When does Wayne make you laugh the hardest?
At home, most of the time. It's normally when he's relaxed, everybody's good, and we're like watching a movie or something. He'll like, I don't know, he makes these random comments.
Oh,
he
like commentary.
Yes, he makes these random comments either about what we're watching or he'll relate it something or someone that we know or whatever, and it just cracks me up. And he also tickles me. I am ticklish, so that always makes me giggle and laugh. But anytime he does let that down, it's like I laugh at anything.
What are your favorite things about Miracle today? Like, what's one of your favorite things about her right now? Today.
If I had one word for her, she's determined all the time. Like, no matter what, I watched her, because like I said, we grew up together. So even with my biggest thing to watch her do at school, like, because it takes strong people to do like school on school on school on school. Not only did she like, I'm doing this, but she finished them. So it was worth everything that we went through for her to do all those things. So I think the determination that she always has, no matter what, she's very strong. Very strong woman.
Okay.
My favorite thing about him is how giving he is. Because if he loves you, like even if he likes you, but I'm saying if he really genuinely loves you, you're gonna get a gift from him. Like, and I watch how far he goes to give the gift. People don't know what he does to put that gift in somebody's hand. If he gets something in his mind and he's like, you know what, I want you to have this thing, he will go to 10 stores. And so anybody that has received anything from him, I want you to know what he goes through to give it and gift it to you. I'll never forget the first time he was able, it was our first Christmas being boyfriend and girlfriend, and not boyfriend and girlfriend, but our parents knew that we liked each other. And my parents allowed him to come over and give me gifts. Oh my freaking God. He brought, like, he had to go back to it was just so many gifts, and it wasn't no little rinky-dink, linky-link. He had the Wilson's leather. I had a whole Wilson's leather outfit, jacket with the fur, with the red fur, with the little mini skirt, with the whole thing. I was just like, this is crazy. He really loved me.
What's something that she did that has impacted your life that she may not know impacted you?
I think what goes back to is just like what would you sum up the marriage? I think just being that always by my side, in the right, wrong, or indifferent. You know, even sometimes, you know, checking me behind closed doors after the fact. Even if she knows, because she knows how I am, so I don't like too much checking. You know, so even if she know that I don't, she gonna still, you know, if she feel like it's necessary, you know what I mean, she'll say what she gotta say. On those times she'll go ahead. She don't bite her tongue.
That's right.
Especially now, because we've been through a lot. You know what I mean? So she let me know what it is. And I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's something that he's done that has impacted your life, but he may not know that it's impacted your life?
I think the story that I told about the dope, because he's done that it's almost about to freaking make me cry, because he's done a lot of sacrifices that people typically see my sacrifices because I'm open, because I'm outward, I'm extrovert, and so he's an introvert, but he's made so many sacrifices for our household. He sold the dope for us to get married. Then it was a time we were like on the struggle bus. We made bad decisions. We were young. We would go to the mall instead of paying the rent. I'm gonna be honest. We were going to restaurants instead of paying the rent. All that stuff. We got in a deficit that was like super hard to come out of. We didn't want to move into nobody's house this time, so we had to figure it out. And y'all know, you know, my husband has a shoe collection, and he was at that time a very avid shoe collector. I will never forget, he sold his almost entire shoe collection. This man had over 200 shoes so that we could survive and so we could make it, me and him. For till this day, I will never forget those kind of sacrifices, and he still makes those kind of sacrifices. Babe, I want to tell you thank you so much for all of your sacrifices, because I know that you make so many, even some that I don't see or know about. So I just want you to know how much I appreciate you for that.
How have you changed over the last 20 years?
Man, a lot, because a lot of things that I thought, were like, because in certain ages and stages of your life, they were it, or they were popping, or that was the end thing. But as you get older, those things that you think are like, let's sum it up, that I'm doing something, not really probably doing something. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
learning that now in my later years on what is like really doing something.
Right. Is that
Not
what you
even
mean?
just like life, but being on your grown man
Okay,
per se. You
gotcha.
know what I mean? A lot of blockage for me was that alcohol. Like seeing stuff the way I was seeing it, ridiculous. Now on this side, like I sit and I think about half of the stuff I did. I'm like, I really did that kind of stuff, man. I really was on that. Looking back at some of that stuff, being disappointed in myself. I don't need too many people to be disappointed. Now seeing this, I was disappointed in myself to make me want to change it, though.
Yeah.
Not disappointed in myself to keep waddling it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But to change
Gotcha.
it.
Yep.
Because if you want people to perceive you differently, you got to move differently.
There you go.
Listen, let me tell y'all, I don't play no games, okay? And that's how I try to think. I do feel like I'm a lot more stern. I'm way more assertive than I was because, like, I already had an issue with saying no to things because I was like, like, I'll do as you told. Like, that's how I grew up. Now, that done changed. We right here.
That's right.
Because one thing about it is we both putting in on this, okay? So, and he respects that. Like, but it was one of them transitions. He was just like, who is this woman? What has happened? I'm not 13 no more, bro. I'm an adult, okay? I'm almost hitting 40. Like, don't play. But for real, like, yeah, I think I'm a lot more assertive.
Okay.
A lot more assertive.
I think the things that, like I said, that, you could pass off like, this is what she used to like. But as we got older, those things didn't do the same magic.
Right.
Per
Right.
se.
Right.
They didn't do the same trick. So it's like learning those things, like
Right.
growing up and learning that.
Right. So y'all just grown and matured and how to love each other.
On how to love each other. And then really listening. Like us as men, we don't really listen to what they really saying. And when you tap into what they really saying,
I'm telling you.
you would save yourself though. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'll give that disclaimer out.
For real.
Like, if you really tap in, you would save yourself because we run to doing stuff and it typically costs us. But really, you could keep that and just tune in.
How have y'all changed together?
You know, it's probably cliche. One of the biggest things is our maturity level. Because we even argue different. We realize that it escalates for no reason. And then we out here just saying random stuff that we don't even mean. Like, in real life, you really just don't mean it. And so we actually have had conversations about how to argue. I feel like my husband is unique. You know, I'm different. And so our relationship is different than the next person, is different than yours, different than my mom and dad. It's different.
Yeah.
And so we had to make sure that we had a custom made relationship for us. But when we come together, we are all that.
What surprised you most about marriage?
When you talk about marriage, it's like people always first want to be like, are you sure? Are you ready? And it's kind of like they always giving that energy first. That was like, for me, like I said, it was like, it didn't feel like, oh, we just got married though.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna stay by that. Like, I never really felt that way.
Right. It's just always been y'all. This is what it be.
Like, I'm gonna be honest,
Got you.
it's never felt like
Yeah.
I just stopped dating her and then like I'm locked down now. It's never felt that way.
What surprised you most?
That it wasn't a freaking fairy tale. Because y'all think I'm playing. I really was like, oh my God, we're gonna get married. Everything's gonna be amazing. We're not gonna have any issues. We solved all of that when we were in high school. We did not. Everything, you know, it's just gonna be so perfect. He loves me so much. He's such a giver, and I just will make sure I fix him dinner. I was like, I'm the best wife. I'll make sure if he's sick, I'll take care of him. Like all of the little vow things, I was like, I can do that. Okay, yep, he can do that. He gonna be a provider. He's like, and that's just it. And we got our levels. I'll do whatever he asks me to do. You know, we respect one another. And I thought that's just what it always was gonna be. And then we was gonna have a baby just maybe between the 2 and the 5 year mark, like that. I had it in my mind. That's what was happening. That's what we was rotating with. But after the first year of marriage, I found out like, dang, we did argue like 2 times. You know, like that bothered me. Once I realized that there's nothing wrong with it, that it's healthy to get things off your chest. We wrote a lot of letters back then. I was a letter writer. He was a letter writer, especially in high school. That's how we communicated, because we weren't supposed to be together. You remember, we weren't supposed to be talking. We was doing all this stuff. So we actually have a notebook that has like our conversations back and forth.
Excited about next?
I'm out of that, like, let me not say I'm out of it, but I'm progressing out of that like new mom phase, because that was kind of holding me hostage this last couple years. I feel like I'm coming back into like the reality of me a little bit more, and so I'm giving myself grace and opportunity with that. So by that being the case, it's also making me look forward to spending a long time with him. I knew mom the freaking crap out of my son and my husband, and so right now I feel like it's going up from here. Okay. Like, you know, I know that he's taken care of. I know he's gonna be okay. I know he's covered by the Lord. So because of that, there is a certain like I've had a release of like he's good, so I can live.
Yep.
You know, I don't have to be just a mom and that's it. So now I can be a wife again.
Cause you don't know.
And do wifely things, and you know, give my husband something to look forward to in me. Like when he comes home, not just knowing that I'm purely focused on D3, but that I can do both. I can. I really am excited to get back to like us, like what we know, that sticky stick situation. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
With where we're at now, with our maturity and stuff, I'd like to see what we can actually really accomplish with the goals that we want for our family, for the future, now our son. That's all we can do now, is like really be strategic and plan and do greater things and start thinking about him. And I think we both get our joy together. So now you get to bond a different way through having children.
Yeah.
That feels different. That gets to feel different. So I think that implement did do something for us, and it was all in his time, you know what I mean? Like why he did it, how he did it. He knew, like I said, because the last few years was a rough patch because of with that addiction. So then he kicked off after all these years. So it's
And
like,
you say he, you talk about God, right?
Most definitely. I don't care what I do. He should always stay first in my life. Period. I stand by that.
Okay, what about adventures? Like, do you still, what's an adventure that y'all still want to do together?
So we're not adventurous, but I think we both do want to travel.
All right, what's one of the places y'all want to travel to?
Okay, so we loved Hawaii, right? Absolutely loved it. It was freaking amazing when we went. It was so beautiful. The people were nice. It was just the best. It was very peaceful. Like, the birds are different. They chirp different. They make different noises, y'all. But I think I want to go to Paris because my friend, my coworker is from there, and she talks very highly of it. And she talked about their food and how different it is, like how much better it is. One of the places that we really enjoy is the Smoky Mountains. It's the same, like that peaceful vibe, but then it's still like attractive things to do, attractions and things like that to do. So we want to go back there. We're gonna go back to Hawaii, but I would like to try out a new place. I would say Paris.
Are there any other adventures that y'all still want to do together?
Yeah, like now after I broke the ice of doing a little traveling, I would like to do that more. It's a good experience to see the world. It is.
Okay.
See it differently. I love my city now. I always want to come back. I don't want to. People say, "Would you move somewhere else?" No. Personally, no. Because I love Indianapolis. Man, people say there's nothing to do here. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
You just ain't doing nothing.
Right. What's the place you want to go to?
Amsterdam and New Orleans.
What's
For the jazz and the music part of it. Amsterdam for a whole, other situation.
Got you. What do you hope the next 20 years look like?
I hope the next 20 years look peaceful and calm and fun at the same time. That's what comes to my mind. 20 years is a freaking long time, right? Like it's a whole almost like adult.
Yeah, that's a whole adult.
Like first of all, we've been together like married half of our life. We've been together more than half of our life. Like at this point, we should be just sailing on through the sunsets and the vibes and looking at oceans and putting our toes in some sand. I just want peace and calm and joy and happiness because, we got our little one. I want my knees to work. I want my back to work. I want everything to be in place, what I need to do, how I need to do it for the next 20 or more years.
Next 20 years, of course, having a son graduating from high school, definitely into college, because that's a must. I think making sure that we're in the mindset of setting him up. So when he coming for stuff as a young man, I'll be able to provide those things, man. So now just being strategic and not just being so careless.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for me because my wife is very plain with it. It's just all playing bits and pieces of it, setting it up for the bigger picture.
If your children was watching this, what would you want them to remember?
I would want them to know that I say this all the time, but there is nothing too hard for God. There are so many trials and things that we've been through together and even as individuals internally that we've had to process and work through. And there were moments where it seemed like it would like never end. Whatever tormented mind situations would go on with different things that we found ourselves a part of or in. And it was nothing but like the grace of God that like holds you together and holds you through it. And even for us, it was God that kept us together. So when I say that there's nothing too hard for God, the reason that you, my child, my children are here is because there was nothing too hard for God. He made it happen for us when we didn't think that it could happen. So I just want you guys to remember that throughout your lifetime. Don't forget about the Lord. I don't care how cute you get. I don't care how handsome you get. I don't care how high you get, how smart you get. Whatever the case is, you keep God first and your parents. Okay? In Jesus' name, amen.
Right now, what do you want them to know? And if you want to, speak direct, you can.
Okay.
But what do you want them to know?
I would want him to know that don't listen to all the cliches concerning marriage and stuff like that. So, enter it open-minded and with a pure heart. Because I would say that me and your mom, we genuinely loved each other. Like, we genuinely loved each other, and that's all that we were focused on. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to get married. And we displayed it as such. And I want you to know that your parents really, truly love you from the bottom of their heart. Like, pray for you, for it to be you. So we pray for you. And we wouldn't change it. Like, you're the best son that we could ever ask for, firstborn. So if you're watching this years later, whether you was our firstborn or our only child, like we love you dearly, son. And I don't think it's nothing that your mom or I or your whole village would do for you. Like, and just know that we love you, man.
So that was great advice, right? So,
Yeah.
of course, your children may get married or so someday. What's the secret to making a marriage last?
The secret to making a marriage last, I would say, is being willing to hear each other. So I know communication is a thing, but I mean taking your feelings out of stuff and just hearing what the person is saying. If I'm directly stating a fact about my feelings, respect that fact, let it sink in, and then respond. But don't respond out of anger. Don't respond out of being in your feelings and your own emotions. Definitely hear. And what I mean by hear is not just here to respond. Here to take it in, breathe it in, let it marinate. It might hurt your feelings. It might not make you feel good. And that's okay, because that just means that you care. If you don't feel good, that means that you care and it's hitting you a little different. So the best thing I could say to keep a marriage is not just talk and communicate, but hear.
What's the secret to making a marriage last? Because they may get married one day.
I think not overthinking it. If I'm gonna sum it up, like, people overthink not only marriage but just life in general. Like, they stop trying to dissect everything to its core, because everything ain't that. Everything ain't so deep. So I think just not overthinking it. I think we wasn't consumed with what everybody else was saying. Clearly, because we still got married. So I think just not listening to the outside noise and following your heart, really. And then once you're in it, I think it just navigates itself and you make it work. Because it's going to be challenging each stage of life, because you grow.
Dewayne Jr., I want you to know how much I truly love you. I'm so happy to have been a part of your life this entire time, and I'm so excited for our future, what it looks like, what it's gonna feel like. I appreciate every single thing that you've done thus far and all of the plans that you have for our future, for yourself, for even just doing some major changes within yourself that you and I both know about. And so I'm just elated to see what we're gonna be together 20 or more years from now. So I'm grateful to reach this point. It's such a celebration for us because we have definitely stood the test of time, but that's the great thing about it. We stood the test of time. So let's celebrate together and continue this journey together. I love you so much. Always and forever.
You ask me this one question all the time, and I never really give you an answer. I don't think I ever gave you an answer. But it's why? Because after so long, I guess this is a question that women like to ask. So you ask me, why are you still with me? Or something to that effect. And I never answer that question. I never do, but here lately, since we said we were gonna do this, I had an answer for that question. What has made me still continue to want to be with you after all these years is because that same feeling that you gave me when I was 15 years old, no matter what we go through, the arguments, the surface, the deep, when I see you or I'm around you and we ain't really engaged with each other, I still get that same teenage feeling. So you ask me, why, after all these years, you still with me? You still give me that same feeling from when I was a teenager.